Seppy!
How's it going?
Hey, how's it going, DJ Walker? Yay! We did it!
We kept trying. I mean, we've tried for a while, and now it's finally.
It's about never giving up.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Speaking of never giving up, David, thank you for joining us.
Absolutely.
Thank you also for backing End of the Line. We appreciate that. We're here in the final days of that shenanigans. DG, you just came back from a trip.
I did. Yes, I did. I did come back from a trip. Yeah, it was a nice one. A nice trip.
Do you want to talk about it? Was the board games involved?
No, I mean, no, there weren't actually board games involved on the trip.
Oh my God, what did you do wrong, TG?
I should have prepared a little bit better. Should have actually had a plan of like what I could bring or what we could play and everything like that. And I just didn't. I didn't do it. So yeah,
no, it's okay. The great thing about board games is they're everywhere. You can pick up more. So you picked up more on your trip, did you?
No, unfortunately. So I'm going to be posting a video at some point soon. Because I was looking, we were in Disney, we were in Disney World, and we're big Disney people. We like it a lot, and so I was looking for something. I mean, so I'm a huge fan of the Villainous series.
Keep on talking. I'm just gonna wipe my thing out. Keep on going.
No worries. So I'm a huge fan of Villainous, and I think that overall, like, I think that Disney, when they there's definitely like the let's slap Disney on something sort of stuff and like we'll sell it that way. And then there's Villainous where it's like, man, there's like deep sort of like thought. I don't know, the design.
And there's Lorcana.
Yeah, exactly. There's Lorcana too, which I need to get more into. I know that's because I love the idea of it. It's so cool. We just haven't played it a lot. So I was looking around through Disney World. I was looking for like what is their board game situation like, and it was a lot of like Candyland Disney and like stuff like that, which like. I mean, we have a version of Candyland that's like Disney World already, so we don't need that. And so,
all right. So this distinction is coming up more and more lately for me, which is family weight games versus hobbyist games.
Yes.
So instead of saying gamer games and being gatekeeping now, we let people know that, it's people who have taken this on as a hobby and to acquire the skills that they need to play said game.
Right. Yes. Yep. So family weight games for sure. There's a lot of them. We actually have one of the coolest like family weight Disney games that I think they did a really cool job with is they did a Tower of Terror version of Jenga, which I find to be like really cool because it's like you have the Jenga pieces, right? But on each block or like some of the blocks, there's like you pull it out and then there's an instruction on it or something. Like everybody has 10 seconds to grab a piece and put it on or something like that.
Oh, I like that.
Like it's actually really cool. I think they did a good job with it. So that felt like a really good one. Redbeard says Smash Up Disney. I haven't played that yet, but I've heard about it. I heard that's actually not bad. So.
Pat is ahead of his time. So absolutely the case. Welcome, DG. We are celebrating the last episode of a Post-Apocalypse month, Dystopia month. Because next week is Gen Con, and that feels like the post-apocalypse if you've ever been, like people everywhere, board games in all directions, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
And I'm going to experience it, so we'll see how it goes.
Oh, so you're going, it's like, isn't this your first one?
Yeah, but hope abounds. Yeah, I like that, Jared. I like that. Yeah, seems like a good time to discuss Disney. Perfect. I agree. So I went for a very short time to Captain Con this year. which was cool. Like that was my very first one. It was my like toe dip in the water kind of thing.
I love Captain Con. I'm a huge fan of Captain Con. This is the first Captain Con I've missed, actually, DG. Did you do that on purpose?
I think you did. I think you did it to avoid me. I think that's what happened.
No, I had 3 events scheduled at the same time. It was horror. Yeah.
I understand completely. No, and then so yes, Gen Con is basically I went from that in February and then this is gonna be it. So
let me, as someone who spent a lot of time at both conventions, and End of the Line has a lot of ties to Captain Con as a convention. Did anybody warn you about this, DG?
About how crazy it is? Like
No, about Captain Con and my game End of the Line.
No. What do you mean?
Okay, so I have a game about post-apocalyptic family survival, and I do a tour every year, taking the new game out to see like our fans and build a fan base for it. And the first stop that it leaves after Protospiel every year is Captain Con in Warwick, Rhode Island, because it is a fantastic convention.
Yep.
So, End of the Line ended up getting the original in 2014. Ended up getting crowdfunded because that audience loved it so much. I was running 14 hours a day of demos, and the reason that ended up happening was I had people standing around for 45 minutes to play the original.
Whoa, that's cool. That's awesome.
It is a very different experience.
But how cool was that? How cool is that?
It's pretty. It was really awesome to connect with others on a project that I had been working on for years at that point. Spent a lot of time at CapCon. I love it. Now, can I give you some advice going from Captain Con to Gen Con?
Yeah, sure. Yep.
All the feel goods and everything you like about Captain Con.
Yep.
I want you to squeeze that down into a little ball that you keep for yourself.
Yep.
Because Gen Con's going to be nothing like that. It's going to be awful.
All right. I was excited. I don't know what's going on though. I was excited.
They say God made Gen Con to test the faithful, DG.
Well, we'll see. Yeah, right.
And like, how many events did you end up doing?
So that's the thing. All right, so I am going to be helping out in a booth for Envy Board Games. So Envy Board Games, I'm going there for the days of the convention. I'm going to be there for like 4 hours. So that's how my day will start. Is I'm going to go help out Matt for that, and then. And then, I basically told, because everybody was like, it's crazy, right? So like Gen Con's crazy. I did not sign up for a bunch. I did not like whatever. Like I was basically like, I'm just going to kind of see if I can like meet some people that I've met on this, on TikTok, like Nick, right? So Nick is in the.
That is going to be awesome. You are going to see all of us. All the people you like plus me, like all the awesome people, and then I might be around.
No, Seppy, you're one of them, Seppy. Don't do that unless you're not excited to meet. I get it. Like you avoided me at Captain Con, so
I would never do that. I love Captain Con. I put a lot of years into Captain Con.
That's why you knew I was going. So you're like, no, I'm not going. And now you're going to avoid me at Gen Con.
All right, so
I get it, Seppy.
If that's the case, there is so much to explore and wander around to if you are doing that. Like the vending hall enough. DG, how tall are you? You're pretty tall, right?
I'm 6 foot, like literally just that's it, 6 foot.
Okay, you'll have an okay time. Like I worry for Kervin's life when there are so many people wearing backpacks larger than Kervin at Gen Con, and so they have doubled their size, and they can't feel when that 8 tons of board games like come crashing into. Like I literally posted to Kervin like today, have you been practicing shouldering and body tackles and checking. Like, I played hockey. Like, I'm comfortable with the Gen Con vending hall.
Right.
But Kervin, I worry for Kervin.
He's worried for his life too. He says.
He should. I worry.
Well,
for him.
I mean, Ben's gonna be there, so maybe he can just hop on the shoulders, and then he's all set, and then we're good.
Yeah, they should form the Voltron of Awesome again, so Kervin is can breathe. I worry, like, oh my god, like it's a real thing. So if you're going with Matt, then also you can have the no bullshit, honest, like, awesome experience of, like, industry events and media events are just a blast.
Yeah, cool.
I love them at these big shows. I would recommend the Charity Board Gamers event on Saturday night if that's not on your thing. Okay. There's a whole bunch of private parties the various nights. Use your media badge and sneak into those.
Yeah, right.
Those are great. Like, yeah, I would really recommend. Otherwise, if you're looking for, like, Gen Con specific experiences, I would seek out, like, the things you can only do at Gen Con, and there are a few of those as well.
Yeah, like, okay. So what would you? Because I was thinking to just kind of do, I don't know, like a big crowd. There's like party games or something like that where you can get a huge crowd or something. I don't know.
Well, there are perpetually games of werewolf going on.
Yeah.
That you could definitely go to. There's an entire area where people are not only in the vending hall demoing games, but people running their games nonstop out in the event area. That's the thing. Yeah. For example, Fight in a Box, we scheduled, not including, like, I think in the BIPOC Lounge, I'm doing a mentorship hour too. Yeah. Like, just pure running of games. I think I'm scheduled to run, or Fight in a Box is scheduled to run 28 events at the convention.
Wow. That's a lot.
And all but, I think, 4 of the seats of 28 events, some are 5 and 6 player, all but 4 of those seats are taken.
Wow. That's cool. So, I mean, it's not just you, right? Like, there's more people involved. Is it just you?
Some days it's just me. For some of these events, it's just me. Mark is running some of them too, I think. 28 is a lot. Like, normally in a day I would do 4. Yeah, he's definitely got to be doing some. Like, I'll be doing like 10 hours of events myself. So that's probably 5 a day. Except for Sunday. So I'll probably be doing half of those. Like 16 of those 28 events are probably me.
I mean, hey, it's fun time.
But it's also on theme for this month's theme, which of course is Post-Apocalypse month.
Yeah, there we go.
That's why you said. So this guy is one of the events we'll be running all Gen Con. If you did not know that, you can also check out Conquest Princess. I am old, so I'm not going to lift that up. DG, that's 8.3 pounds. So
it's a big one. It's a big.
It's a big. It's a thing we're doing. It is. So you're doing 4 hours for Matt, 4 days, all 4 days. So you're putting in 16 hours for Matt.
I am. Yes. And then I know there's a thing that Kervin is doing, like finding your voice on TikTok or something. I'm probably going to go to that one for sure. And then there's that game. It's kind of a fun story. I think there's that happening with Gabe, games with Gabe. Right. So Gabe's going to be doing that as well. And I'm going to be kind of hanging out with Gabe a lot during the convention. So,
that's a great, Gabe's amazing. I love that.
Yes.
It's kind of a fun story. The showstopper last year for that was Grant Lyons' finisher for that. He really crushed that room. People were in tears at the end.
That's funny.
Oh my God! It was. People were not expecting that from him.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, obviously I don't know, but I do. I know he's hosting it. So Grant is hosting this event this time. So There's
Yeah,
that.
be nice to that guy. That guy has had a hard year. You saw that
yes, the Tesla going through it. Is that the Tesla going through his house? I couldn't believe. I was just like, what the heck is going on? Oh yeah, so Alex, Heather, yep. I definitely want to go to that event. So that one for sure, and then the Finding Your Voice one. Those are the two I think that like I'm going to like I don't want to miss. And then basically, like I said, I'm just gonna kind of, I don't know, probably figure out, hey, what are you guys doing? And then, whatever.
There's an infinite number of things to shop or buy. Like gaming conventions are now starting to get split up into small cons, play cons, or relaxicons, and shopping cons. Gen Con is definitely one of the premier shopping cons.
Well, like everybody's releasing their games on that, and like at Gen Con, right? Like I keep seeing people like premiering at Gen Con,
Yeah. Well, it starts out the retail season. We're coming up onto the reindeer run pretty quickly. Those people are the people who then bring it out and make tastemakers. And Lorcana was last year, and that brought so many people, so many vendors actually sold out. So it is, it's definitely a time.
I did see the Lorcana lines last year were insane. Like, those were crazy. I
do not want that to happen again. That was not healthy for anyone.
No, because I don't know if they expect or whatever they expected it or didn't expect it, but they had to put extra stanchions up or whatever. I don't know. It seemed crazy there, so I was just like,
oh no! And then there was that whole thing with the palette of Magic cards walking off last year.
Oh right, yeah, I heard about that. Was it? Yeah, I think that would have been you telling me that.
I don't know if it's me, but palette of Magic cards.
That's insane.
It's not that big of a deal. Its net value was only in the $300,000.
Yeah, that's fine. Like we all spend that every month in our hobby anyway. That's what everybody spends on their hobbies.
Absolutely.
It's not me, right?
Yeah, it's definitely a thing. So, you had creeping back to today's theme, which is post-apocalyptic board games. When you think post-apocalypse and you think board games, what are the things that come to mind to you, DG?
All right. I mean, so I guess the idea, right? Post-apocalypse. So there's got to be some sort of Earth trauma or something, right? So
you were in a metal band, right? Or is it a rock band?
I was in a metal band. Yeah, I was.
Have you ever seen the post-apocalyptic movie Rock and Rule?
No, I haven't. But did you watch? Okay, so I don't know if it's whatever, but did you ever watch that? It was an animated show on, I think it was Adult Swim or I don't know. I can't remember where it was, but Metalocalypse. Yeah. That was that actually, because it was the first show I watched where I was like, this is a TV show and it's ridiculous. It's an absolutely ridiculous show. But they actually had good the guitar was ridiculous. I think it was Brendan Small. I think that's the guy who designed it or made it. And he's a fantastic guitarist. So he made the music in that show and it was heavy. It was just real heavy.
Yeah. It's really, 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 really good.
Yeah.
Genders Gaming was a guest last month. Did you catch that when they were there?
No, I didn't. I mean, I know. I know. Yeah, I've seen him.
He's a Swedish DJ or radio personality for a while. Cool. And so we got to talk about Cannibal Corpse.
Nice. Nice. That's a band I haven't heard in so long. Hey, Sonia. No, I swear,
Hi, Sonia. You walked in at a perfect time. We're talking about Swedish death metal.
Yeah, it's been.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. No, it's so funny. Because so. Yeah, really into metal, heavy metal music, right? The screaming stuff, Hey Corey, what's up? My wife hates it.
Corey, thank you for backing into the line. I super duper appreciate you, by the way.
Yeah, that's so awesome. No, so like that really heavy stuff. But so if you're really into that music, there's different levels, right? Like different subgenres within that genre. So like Cannibal Corpse is like like you were saying, Swedish like death metal. Like I wasn't super into death metal. Like it was not my vibe. So
what about gore metal like Gwar?
Nope. Again, another one, because those are adjacent. Those are the like two adjacent ones. So there was one band called that I liked one of their songs. I thought it was like it hit real hard, but it was this.
So
band
you're more a Striper guy.
Well, I'm more of a I don't know what you just said. No, but I'm more of a what it's so the genre I always referred to it as was called metalcore, right? So metalcore. Yeah. And so like bands that would fit into that are bands like Killswitch Engage or August Burns Red or those types of bands where basically it's like you got the heavy stuff, right? You got the breakdowns, you got the riffs, you got all that good stuff, but then you also have these melodic parts in the song that are like add some dynamics to the music, right? So for me it's like the death metal stuff was always one note, just like this one pounding of a hammer, right?
Was it one brown note? Is that what you're talking about?
One brown note. Yeah, there you go. Just brown note after brown note. So I'm not discounting it at all because like honestly, there are definitely it was not my style. Right?
You don't have to apologize. You're allowed to like what you like.
I'm
You're
just
also
letting you
allowed
know.
to DG to judge me for knowing all these bands. Like you're like, Seppy is old and he has seen some things.
No. See, I don't even think that. Sleep Token. You're too big, too fast, and just meme hated. Thoughts on Sleep Token.
Teresa, we were talking about your event with Kervin. I'm so excited. You deserve all the nice things.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys have upgraded me. Like, I could have been on that panel if number one Kervin invited me, and if Kervin wasn't on it, because it's just a redundancy to have two Kervins, like lesser Kervin and Kervin on the.
Is that for real? Seppy, don't do that. Don't do that, Seppy. Come on, man. I appreciate your self-deprecating humor. Stop it, though, man. Stop it.
No, this is all the '90s industrial music.
I'm definitely going to be at that event, Teresa. Like for sure.
Teresa, thanks again for doing table time for End of the Line. You had, I think, my favorite, most succinct, talking about my game about post-apocalyptic family survival. I appreciate you putting in the time and knowing what the riot of fun for that game is. I will unfortunately be running events during that time, or I would be going and heckling you guys because that would have been too entertaining.
I'm just going to appreciate it, Chris. So don't get mad at me.
No, it's going to be all the cool people are going to be there. I can't wait for that thing.
Seppy, you can tell me what you were going to do to heckle them, and I can do it in your place.
Since it's about like TikTok, please somebody or everybody be on TikTok live streaming that thing.
Oh my gosh!
Can somebody at least do that and then post it somewhere so I can see it later? Like
that would be really meta. I feel like
like everybody who's like a TikTok, we should all like do this thing.
Everybody's doing it. That would be
and then everybody should heckle Kervin. Please refer to him as upgraded Seppy. He likes that.
That's so fantastic. Kervin, stand up. Oh, that's Corey. Come on, man. That's hilarious. That's
Corey.
hilarious. No, I like it.
Oh my god.
Sleep Token. Okay, so Corey asked me about Sleep Token, and I'm assuming they're a band. And in the fact that you say they got too big and everybody hates them like Nickelback, huh? I don't know. I have to listen to him because I did.
Yeah, Kervin is the upgraded. Like Kervin is the human that I want to grow up to be, and he. Someday I want to be as cool as Kervin, right? Like I have never death stared into a camera like Kervin can. Like my God, I think I need to like just sit in a coop for a while.
Yeah.
Just like
I had one video. It was my Kervin moment. I had one video in a car, and I felt like, okay, I'm doing this now. I've arrived. I've done this. So
it is, and everybody has arrived moment. It is absolutely no. But seriously, if you see Kervin on the floor and is struggling with the crowds, everybody, you guys should walk around him like a ring of love so he can get through. No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
Like for people like that, the vending hall is like a serious thing, and he should have access to that fun like everybody else.
Right.
Like
Absolutely.
yeah, like seriously. You know, since you're 6 foot as well, you could like Thunderdome wear him like Master Blaster. It'd be like pretty fun.
I'll do the I have wide shoulders, so I'll just really.
I feel like you guys should have like a gondola for him or something. Yeah. Like it's the Ark of the Kervinent.
There we go. Perfect. That's it. I would love to. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I love it.
I do love it actually. I'm very excited
a rickshaw.
about this.
There's some they can do a rickshaw.
Oh, don't get racial. So,
the mode of transport, Seppy. Come on, man.
I'm not comfortable with it, DJ. I'm not comfortable with it. But that being said, this sort of turned into like our warm up for Gen Con episode, and I'm sort of here for it.
Planning on doing. That's not what we were planning on, but yeah.
Since we're all in on the topic and people are interested, what games did you do the preview list of games that are hitting at Gen Con? What has hit your fancy? And do any of them overlap with this month's theme?
I'm trying to think in terms of that. So all right, and this might be a mistake, so it could be. Who knows if it is? But I'm kind of going in. I'm trying to go in more like open to the discovery aspect of things. So I feel like if I'm going there with plans, and so I'm gonna be nerdy again. I'm gonna bring this back to the trip, whatever.
I think this is a place where you can be as nerdy as you want to be, Gigi. You can be as not nerdy as you want or as nerdy as you want. Either one of those things. It's fine. Perfect.
Okay. So the same thing when we're thinking about our Disney trips, right? Because again, you can kind of go there, whatever. But if you have a certain plan, right? You and this is the mistake we see people make all the time who are going to Disney or whatever. But if you go in there with this exact plan, right? And then one thing goes wrong and tips it off, and all of a sudden you can't do that thing because it has a ridiculous weight or it's closed for refurbishment or whatever, right? You're going to disappoint yourself. You're going to get upset. You're going to not have fun. You're like, I paid all this money to go to Disney and I can't do the things I want to do, right? And so we've kind of gotten into the headspace of we're going to have a general idea of the kind of things we want to do, and we're just going to be open to what's available, right? And so that's why I don't want to sit there and map it all out, and God bless anybody who does.
All right. No, that's awesome. Different conventions reward that behavior differently.
Yes,
right?
I bet it does.
PAX Unplugged massively awards that behavior.
Yeah.
And Captain Con, you have all those tables and stamps. Yep. They really want you to explore and interact with all the things.
Yep.
Now, there are parts of Gen Con that you cannot access unless you
have a ticket. Right?
Have a ticket, get in line, schedule. And so there's that. Even if someone's a veteran Gen Conner, I don't recommend more than 1 or 2 scheduled events in the day because there's so much going on that you can discover. So
awesome.
There's a lot. There are whole worlds.
Good.
There are Gen Cons where I have done everything everywhere, and then there are Gen Cons where one person caught my attention, and I just sit at their table the entire convention.
Oh,
that's
wow.
when I was a pedestrian. Now I am the person
A
that's
civilian. You were a civilian and you just went there. Yeah, I got it. I get what you're saying. You're at a different level, Seppy. I understand. So you try to be shelter. Yeah, you're a different level, Seppy.
I don't know if I'm at a different level. I'm just a.
I got you. I know what you're saying. I get it.
I don't feel I feel like if there's levels, there's curving, and then there's. All right, that's all that I want to make sure that everybody understands.
We all aspire to be
curving.
We all do aspire to that. But it's just you never look. You gotta be able to settle. You gotta be able to settle and just feel proud of yourself where you are. No, but to answer your actual question of like what games, there is one I do really want to get, or like I'm looking at. It's like this. I cannot remember the name of it now, but it's like the river glass game with the cute critters, whatever that game is called.
Yeah,
I want that. I want that
River
one.
Valley Glass from All Play.
Yep, that's the one.
Cute. Yeah, absolutely.
So, like, I'm trying to remember, is it Andrew Bosley who does the art? Because, like, it could be, right? I feel like it's his art. Like, that, I will probably almost always buy a game with his art in it because it's just ridiculously good. Like, I feel like he is not going to... I feel like he's not going to take on a project if the game is not good. Like, I don't know if that's true or not, but... He is the way he creates a world, like Everdell is still one of my favorite worlds to inhabit in a board game. And he also does the art for Tapestry.
Conversely, I think it might be more accurate to assume people will not invest the money to get Bosley to do the game unless they think the game is a hit.
Yes, there we go. That's the one.
That is probably fits Occam's razor more.
I agree.
Right? I'm sure he won't do art for a game he doesn't believe in, too. But
it's true.
Absolutely,
I guess that's the truth there. Because yes, I think he's probably one of those. Like he's definitely like a Beth Sobel or So the ones that are they are known for their game art. And people are not gonna like approach them unless it's like, look at my awesome game.
If you like a game because it's beautiful, Luthier knocks your socks off. Like,
really,
it's a crazy beautiful game.
Okay.
It's from the same guy who brought you Distilled. Yeah. If you like it,
I do like the look of that game. That game, looks really cool.
Dave Beck. That guy. That game is. That game. I got to see it all the way during development because one of my side hustles is for the person who does graphic design for a lot of the big titles.
Yeah.
So I got to see that on its various stages, and that game is beautiful.
I'll have to look that up.
If you want a game because it looks like it's art. Yeah. That game looks like it's art. What is
the game? So give me a quick pitch of it. Do you know?
It is about a family that makes musical instruments, particularly stringed instruments. That's what a luthier is.
Luthier. Yeah. Okay.
And so it is about crafting instruments and then having them go on performances for notoriety. So if you're looking,
that sounds awesome. I like that.
Yeah. Oh, Teresa, I did not know that about you. That game looks fantastic. It is also one of the ones that's currently on crowdfunding. It does not need your money like End of the Line needs your money because I'm super poor, but it is gorgeous.
That's awesome. I'm gonna
seriously, that game is it's cuckoo bananas.
It's coming out at Gen Con or no?
Yeah, I think it's crowdfunding now.
Oh, okay.
But I think there are events, and I think you'll get to see it at his booth.
Oh man, who does it? Who's doing it?
Dave's a company that does this still. What's his name? Let me check right now. I'll get my machine out right now.
That's one I don't have. Yeah.
I should know this. Paverson.
Okay.
Yeah, it's his last name. Dave.
Nice.
Patterson Games.
Patterson. There it is. Yeah.
Patterson.
Yeah, shoes
Yeah,
on.
Patterson Games. Yeah,
Patterson.
absolutely.
Oh,
yes.
It was an autocorrect situation.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that game currently has 3,750 backers with 14 days left to go.
Nice.
It's doing well.
A little bit. Yeah, kind of.
It's doing well. Yeah.
Yeah, a little. Yeah, yeah. So
yeah, there's a reason. That game's gorgeous.
Gnome Hollow does look good. Corey said Gnome Hollow. That does look like a cute game as well. I get it. Does look.
Gnomes are delicious.
They're doing I was gonna say they're doing mushrooms. Okay, they're eating mushrooms. I don't know. There's something about mushrooms in the game. Listen, it goes
do you know anything about my games? Do you know what the most common theme that threads all my games together?
I don't. I'm sorry. I feel.
If I told you the titles, would it help you?
Hold on. I think I know some
The
of
answer
them.
is
There's Conquest.
yeah. This Conquest Prince is very good.
Yeah. End of the line.
Yeah, end of the line. That's really good.
Yeah.
Okay. And then there's my small box ones.
Yep.
The small box ones, which are Squirrel or Die, Hedgehog Cop, Mouse, Cheese, Cat, Cucumber.
Yeah.
And then processing. I wonder if Pat's still in the... Pat, do you want to inform him what the common elements between all these games is? I don't know if Pat's still here.
Yes.
But yes, it's cannibalism. So
Cannibalism. Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. Wait, Conquest? Okay. All of it's cannibalism?
They all have cannibalism, and it's just a thing I do. It's funny because capitalism is cannibalism. All right, so you should have known that this was going to be something.
When you pick what you're gonna make your through line, absolutely.
Look at.
Okay, yeah. All right.
It's people.
Yeah, but that's an alien eating a person, right? Is that an alien eating a person? Does that count?
So in processing.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
You are survivors after. It is post-apocalyptic. We are calling this our retro apocalypse series. This is my size box. If you notice, these are the same size boxes.
Yeah, those are cool.
In processing.
Yep.
It's after the alien apocalypse. You've been shoved into phone booths, and you must vote on the remainder of humanity and bovanity.
Yeah.
And we say bovanity because the aliens cannot tell the difference between cows and people. Or the confederated alien overlords.
Yeah.
And DG, I'm so gay that I will YMCA anything. It will... So you must vote on who gets free to live in the alien utopia, who gets turned into meat, and who gets probed for science. It is actually great. This game. Teresa and I made. Teresa was nice enough to make her group play this game, and they were all very uncomfortable that first round, but they came around.
Democracy. There's democracy there. There's Oh my God.
It is the most, it was called by one of the reviewers the most representative form of democracy in a board game.
There we go. Awesome. Okay, good.
It is actually really good. And this event has sold out at Gen Con 3 times. So that's
so cool. That's awesome.
It is awesome. Thing. You brought up, back on topic, you had brought up one of your favorite post-apocalyptic situations again. What's the game that you wanted to talk about?
Okay, so I do have this game, and it was one where it was like I didn't know too much about the game before we caught it. I knew enough about it, but I was just like, I was hooked on the theme because I thought it was just really cool. So it's this game called Excavation Earth. Right, which is it's really interesting. So the premise of this game is it's very much. I'm gonna hold it like this or something. So like I'll pretend I'm a content creator. Like, so the idea of this game is that humans are gone, right, off of the planet of the Earth, right? It's over, right? And then these alien races are kind of like museum curators, right? And they're finding these artifacts, which are things like sneakers or a stop sign or something like it's all the stuff that we like left behind or whatever, like that just riddles the planet. And so like it's this weird kind of like auction, like there's some auction and sort of market manipulation in this game, which is really funny. But like it has this backdrop of there's no more humans and it's just aliens trying to profit off of our junk. Yeah, our junk. So yeah.
So it's Wall-E.
Yeah.
If aliens came back instead of the last remnants of humanity.
Right. Yes. Right. That's basically exactly what's going on here. It's fascinating. Like it really is. There's a bit of, I mean, it's kind of, I do like, I'm a big sucker for dual layer boards. I like dual layer boards. So there's some dual layer boards going on here.
Yep.
Oh, and there's more here. This is the market, right? So like you have different types of aliens or they're looking for things from the different regions, right? Okay, so there's a map of, hold on. I'm gonna do this. I'll make this happen. Oh my gosh, I forgot how big this board is. Okay, so yeah. So this is the board. Right?
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty big. And so there's all these different colors, the different combination, and it's just like it's very variable. It's like there's a lot going on here. Oh, and everybody has their own faction, their own alien race faction that does different things with the markets. Like, yeah, it's so cool. Yeah, it's a good game.
Okay, so flavors of apocalypses really, really matter for picking sort of the game texture, right?
Yeah.
And one where it's a total extinction event ends up happening in like the movie AI is a perfect example. There's an argument about that for Wall-E, obviously, except for the cruiser then comes back. There's a game where everything is frozen and you're turning over tiles. You have that one? I forgot what that's called.
Is that the excavate? Like you're trekking into? No, I've seen videos about that. I have not played that one. That looks amazing. I love the fact there's like 3 layers of tiles.
Ice
that you're going down. Yeah. Yep. Ice. Is it called Ice? Is it literally called Ice?
Yeah, it's called Ice. Yeah. That game. Corey, what's the setup time on Ice? Is it like awful or is it easy? So I'm very interested in that
I'm right
game.
Here, but I'm going to go 1 second because I do. Hold on.
It's just me and Gigi Walker's gone invisible today on the live.
See? That's what I'm talking about. All right. Okay. Sorry. Second edition made it easier. Okay, cool.
How many layers of tiles are there in it?
There's I bet there's a lot.
The alien says, "Whoop, meat."
So when and you'll know this, Seppy, right? The aliens did get me, right? So you'll know this, Seppy, when you do weird stuff, like so when you're in the board game, whatever.
Why would I know about weird stuff, DG? What are you implying?
You spent the entire like whatever first amount of time that we've been doing this talking how weird you are. So I'm just doing up what you told me.
What?
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, but you know how you'll get random stuff like just for being in the board game, right? So through a process, I got this game called Post-Apocalyptic. Have you heard of this at all, or no? I don't know.
No, it's a zombie apocalypse game, obviously, right?
It's a zombie. Yes, it's absolutely. I haven't played this yet because I didn't know. Like, it's not like I. So listen, I'm not talking anything about this game because I don't know about it. But like when you first said, "Oh, pick an apocalypse game," I was like, "This seems like a good one." Like Z Apocalypse, it fits really well. but I don't know anything about it. Although it does look like there's a bunch of zombie stuff going on here. So.
Oh, I want to hear about this Blackout Hong Kong, and I also want to talk about like genres of apocalypses. Are you drawn to a zombie apocalypse, DG Walker?
Yes, actually, I'm interested. I like zombies. I do. I have that book by Max Brooks. You know Mel Brooks's son, Max Brooks. You know he did zombie stuff. So he did. He's a writer, and he did Lord of the Flies. Sorry, I'm just getting caught up in the comments. No, he did a bunch of zombie books, and one of them was like the zombie survival. That's a good book. I like that stuff. So.
The War of Mine is great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
No. So. Yeah. There are. In board games, it's very easy to have publishers try to bridge to new audiences by picking on popular themes.
Yes.
I know some of the most successful titles from last year from Halloween games are all IPs from things like Friday the 13th, Halloween, and other kinds of stuff, because they bridge from a hobbyist board game audience to the horror audience.
Yeah.
And some people will just, if they're collectors, they will take anything with, Jason Voorhees in it, right? They're like,
that's fair. Yeah.
Like, sign me up. Yeah. And so in that way, it's a way for publishers to bridge the gap into new audiences. And so there's absolutely nothing wrong with the zombie apocalypse. Like, sooner or later, I'll do something like that. Have you seen the anime Zom 100?
No.
Okay. It's about a person who was trapped in their life as a wage slave in Japan.
Yeah.
And the zombie apocalypse happens, and he discovers himself. Cool. And he has a bucket list of things that he wants to get done before he becomes a zombie.
That's super cool.
It's on Netflix. You can watch it. It's got a dub in case you don't want to do any subtitles.
That's awesome. I like the if it's not in a language I speak, I do the subtitles. I feel like it's just I don't know. I do it that way. So that'd be cool. All right.
Zom 100's all right.
Okay.
Zom 100. I'm on board with all flavors of various apocalypse and zombie things. My favorite zombie thing is Korean zombies. The Korean zombie show on Netflix called Kingdom is zombie apocalypse meets Game of Thrones, and it is fantastic.
That sounds great.
It is actually great. Like, if you wanted to know what all these K-dramas are really about, and why people are so excited for them, that like Kingdom is a perfect, it is the perfect mashup of zombie apocalypse meets Game of Thrones.
That sounds great.
And you get to see how goofy medieval Korean hats are. Like, Korean hats. I don't know what Korean hats is about. Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm like, oh my God, medieval Korean people, what the hell were you wearing? That is some wild stuff on your head. Like,
that's fantastic. Okay, Kingdom. I'll have to. Is that one on Netflix too, or no?
I think it still is. I would definitely check it out. It is really good. It is really, really good.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. You don't really usually see this form of apocalypse either in a medieval setting, so it's it's good. It's good. Like primo excellente. It is really, really good.
That sounds awesome.
But Train to Busan is a great example of a Korean zombie movie. It's probably their most known. So
I have something to Google now, like Korean zombie movie. I'm just gonna start doing that, because that sounds awesome. Like, it's
Train to Busan, you should definitely see. If you're a zombie, it's less. Like, Kingdom is fantastic. If you loved like good Game of Thrones,
yes,
and you like zombies,
yeah.
if you like zombies, then This is for you. But forgive the goofy hats. They are all very, very historically accurate. It's disturbingly so.
Are they actually? Is that what you're saying, or are you just making a joke now? I feel like you're making a joke.
No. Like Korean hats, medieval hats are super goofy.
Okay, that's fantastic. I mean, you did not dissuade me by saying some weird hats thing. I wasn't.
The hats are weird.
I wasn't like, hey, I was gonna watch that show, but you talked about the hats, and now I don't want to watch it. I wasn't doing that. Believe me, that wasn't what was happening.
I prescribe anime for people. Like, I help them dial in what kind of anime is for them.
Yeah.
Like, because anime is an entire genre upon genre upon genre.
Right.
But there are things that I did not realize. Just like in board games, you learn skills.
Yep.
In watching like K-drama or watching anime, you have to learn skills to like overlook things that are weird.
That's actually a really interesting point. Like, that's so funny that like I get what you're saying now, because like that is like, once you know like this thing in board games, it starts to apply to all like those board games that do something similar. I get that. That's cool. I like that.
Yeah, in anime, it's like, why did the animation all suddenly go goofy? Like, what is this drop of sweat that's taking, like, why, like, like, why is somebody always slamming a hand against the door and next to it? Like, there's a whole bunch of things that end up happening that after you've watched, like, enough, it's invisible to you. You know, you just translate it directly.
It's a convention. It's a convention.
It doesn't seem
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so,
that's cool.
Yeah, and so you have to warn people about things like that and the goofy hats. Like, oh my God, the hats are their own apocalypse. DG, they're their own apocalypse.
We're glad we got rid of those. That train one, I think I heard about it. That is on Netflix, right? The train one, Train to
Busan.
I feel like I heard a bunch of great things about that.
It's great.
It's
legitimately, like, Korean cinema from the last 15 years is legit.
That's awesome. That's so cool.
Yeah, it's legit. Like, that's something the Koreans want to do, is make movies. They do movies well and magnetic imagery. And they have the most gold medals for archery in the history of archery.
That's insane.
I don't think they've lost gold medal in women's archery in 28 years.
Whoa.
And they have only lost the one in male archery like once in that period. It's like, it's insane. Like,
have you ever shot a bow and arrow? Have you done that?
I have.
It's hard. It's not that easy. Like, it really is not that easy. I was no, it's not. There's a whole thing with it.
Yeah, like Koreans have an excellence for archery that has continued into this century, and it's crazy. Like, look at the Olympic record for like most consecutive gold medals won by a country, and like Korean archery is, like, women's archery is in there, and like men's archery is like, it's crazy. There's just some sports that countries can dominate. Like,
I agree. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I could see that for sure. Yeah, no, for sure.
In board games, Koreans dominate Go.
Yeah, I haven't even ever played Go. I should though, right? Should play.
I don't know if you should. Like, Go is like a set of learning. Like, have you ever thought of being like an Olympic gymnast? It's like something you have to start at 3.
For Go?
Yeah.
Is that true? Oh my God. So like chess though, right? Same thing or no?
Nah, it's much worse.
Why?
It's like chess times 10,000.
No way. For real?
It is. It's so, yeah. Only 2 years ago did a computer manage to beat a grandmaster in Go.
Whoa.
And that was 20 years ago for chess. So that tells you the difference levels.
That's an old game. That's a real old game.
Go is great as a game. Like, if I ever wanted to retire and be bad at something, it would be Go. Opposed to working hard and being bad at something, which is being a game publisher.
You have to be, right. You have to work hard. Because that's your actual gig. So you can't retire and be a bad game because that's your gig. So you can't do that. Just pick a random thing to be bad at, and let's go.
I'm bad at so many things.
Yeah.
How am I going to settle on just one, DG? Like,
That's
how do I
right.
just retire to just one?
Like, because you have to get that in your identity when you retire, because otherwise, it just ends, right? So you have to have that identity. Yeah.
You don't retire and do something that you're already the best at.
No, you can't. Can't do it.
You retire and you do something you're terrible at, like.
And then you have to get into conversations with people about that, and just be really, and they will appease you because you're retired and old, so you're fine. Like.
Oh my God, this is the conversation you're having just now. Oh my God, DG, this whole thing is very self-aware and self-actualized. I'm probably having way too. You can tell that I'm at the end of a crowdfund. Like, I am obviously losing my mind in advance. Like, Gen Con is just going to be woo.
It's gonna. Hey, I will remind you of this when we meet.
Yeah, absolutely. You'll have to come find me. I think I'm in Blue C and Yellow D as far as event areas for Gen Con. Like, if you follow us on socials, you'll post where we are.
Or no, you don't have a booth.
No. Okay. We when Princess shows up, we'll have something that's like that we can make the economy of a booth happen.
Okay.
We had been sharing booths with some of like our distribution partner, so forth and whatnot. But a Gen Con booth and excursion is very expensive.
I heard it is, yeah.
And $12 a game.
No,
that's hard. That's how hard to make booth math work.
Yeah,
that's very, very hard.
Well, see people. I see some like, and I know it's going to be crazy when I go there, but I just see like I get email updates from some publishers, and it's like they show their like preview of their booth, and it's like they have like couches and like these massage chairs. It's crazy. Like it's a cafe in the booth. Like it's nuts, right? Like that sounds cool, but
that's what Essen is like, because you have to buy all that room and you're trying to get people in. It's like full game demo, sit down. Yeah. Essen is very much a play and purchase con.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it, so what's big? Do you know what's bigger? Is it Gen Con or Essen? I figure Essen is bigger, right?
Essen.
Yeah, not even close. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no. Essen is more than twice the size. It might be three times the size.
Real?
Yeah.
Twice the size. Holy moly.
Essen, I think it's 170 either 2 years ago, and maybe got up to 210, or they're projecting 210 for this year. And Gen Con's largest is 70.
Okay. All right. I didn't know. So I don't know.
Yeah.
You can't tell I haven't gone to many conventions.
No, like going at it with a fresh eyes, and you are super welcome, dude. You don't let anybody tell you that you are awesome to want to go. I hope, me being a weirdo should not this is just fatigue. I'm very excited that you're going to get to have this experience.
I am too. And that's why I'm going into it just open. Whatever happens, and whatever. I'm excited. I'm very excited about it.
So there also another kind of convention, Dragon Con in Atlanta and Convergence in Minneapolis are like Mardi Gras party conventions. Like Convergence is 5 floors on a hotel, and 2 of those floors are just party rooms.
That's neat.
And the party rooms are all free, and they just ask for donations, and they're like Doctor Who cocktails and other kinds of stuff. And like Dragon Con has an entire event that's actually in the aquarium.
Whoa. That's neat.
So there are but PAX Unplugged, since you're so close to work already, you should just make it down to Philly. You should go down to PAX Unplugged. It is really play what you want, interact with what you want. chill. There's plenty of room, plenty of activities.
I want to go to PAX real bad. Like I definitely do. So.
If you want all the time in the universe for your convention, then it should definitely be Origins. It's got that big convention feel, but everything is at a super open and slow pace for
That's
Origins.
in Ohio, right? Is that Ohio?
Columbus.
Columbus.
Yeah, this is super good. But yeah, you should have the like. Gen Con is on rails, and the vending hall in particular. There are like, if you go out from that, there's a lot more room. There's a lot of other things going on. If you go out to the hotels, there's a lot more space. So for the whatnot,
I heard they have like a bunch of like food trucks in a spot. Like there's an area with food trucks.
There's
I'm excited about that.
16 food trucks at any one time or something.
That's nuts. I mean,
it is, and they're on rotation, so they don't get to be there the whole day. So the food trucks have to go out, and new food trucks have to go in.
New food trucks, yeah.
The block party,
you have to keep visiting back to the food truck, see what's new.
They want you to do that.
Well, the thing is, it's like
they're not rotating this year, Sonia.
They're not rotating. What? Okay.
Oh wow, that's good to know. Those people just deathmatched each other into.
Who got lucky to get the thing? Like,
is it? Are they rotating then just by day, or are they just not rotating at all? It's those 16 people. Oh, different days, different trucks. Okay, so the rotation is by day, not by meal.
I just find it crazy that what kind of amazing food can come out of a food truck, which is great. It's like there's some great food that comes out of food trucks.
So many people do their experimental kitchens now to prove that they have what it is for. Poke. That was a thing.
Okay, so good.
All right. Well, DG, we somehow got through an hour with me like hallucinating, having dementia and other kinds of things. We went off-roading.
I think we talked about curving too much.
What?
I'm just kidding. That? Joke. Listen, that was a joke.
Who's curving?
I don't know. I forgot.
Upgraded Seppy? Oh, we talked about just enough.
Yeah.
Just enough. Everybody save Curvin. Like, God, like he's gonna get crushed by the.
What was the game
I have this idea. These giant bags crushing people. Yes.
Again, I'm a content creator.
Yeah. Good job.
Thank you.
I'm a publisher. I make games. Let's do games. All right, Gigi, we're in the wrap up. Where can people find you? What can they get excited about for your content coming up? What about yourself?
Yeah. Okay. No, I just I'm on TikTok. This app here. That's basically all I do is this. And yeah, I'm going to do a series, which I want to do pretty soon, where I kind of like go over teaching of my like top 10 games that I had a list of and stuff. So I just want to kind of teach those and just give a quick overview of them. So I might be doing that soon, which I'm really excited about.
All right.
Yeah.
Can I have a recommendation?
For what?
For your series.
I didn't get that.
Sorry. Hold on. Whoa. Siri's trying to talk to me. Did you hear that? She's listening. Yeah, go ahead.
She's the only one.
What's your recommendation?
There are a lot of people doing how to play.
Yep.
Why don't you go meta and how to teach?
Ooh. I'd have to be good at teaching to do that.
Well, you're trying to literally do that.
I know.
You should think about it, DG.
You're right. This is actually a great point I didn't think of. If I'm a bad teacher, why am I doing this?
How to teach.
Sorry. And
how to win. David is correct. How to win is another good one.
How to win's a great one. Oh, the other thing I was going to say, where to find me. Find me at Gen Con. Like, go to Gen Con.
At Math's booth at NB Games.
Yes. NB board games.
Oh, how to lose at this game is even better.
Like how to lose without making it seem like very obvious that you're trying to throw the game. That's the trick. That's the trick.
Oh, DG, you are a great guest. Thank you so much for humoring me. I appreciate you helping me power through the exhaustion.
Yeah,
Everybody else who's been hanging out all this month, thank you so much for being so awesome. Next month is, since we're going, it starts with Gen Con in Indy. It is Indie Month. We're going to talk about being an indie publisher. We're going to talk about being an indie retailer. And my first guest is Becky will return after Gen Con week, not next week, but the week after. And we're going to talk about being an indie publisher. And after that is Fun and Games from Pittsburgh. We're going to have Kylie back on, and he's going to talk about why he should back my Kickstarter.
We gotta stop doing the funny comments at the wrap-up stage, David. Come on.
No, but Kylie will be on, and we're going to talk about being an independent game store. All right, any last thoughts, TG?
No, thank you. This was fun. Anytime I'll come back on. This is a blast. I love it. I
love David's suggestion, how to rage quit. How to get someone to rage quit and then pick the game. That is a fantastic series. You should do that series.
Flip a table. The techniques to flip a table.
Yeah. Absolutely. So if you're at Gen Con, please come find me. I am chained to an event table all convention. So if you want a chance to breathe and see the little rescue area I have set up for his curvenness, please come visit me. Otherwise, as always, have fun and stay safe. Bye, everybody.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye. Bye now.